Columbine High School shootings. The massacre that occurred on April 20, 1999 at Columbine High School in Littleton, Colorado left 15 dead, including 2 students responsible for the attack. It was one of the deadliest school shooting incidents in American history. Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel where we discover the inside stories of crimes, and in this video we'll find out the inside story of the Columbine Massacre. So let the truth unfold. The Columbine High School shooting took place on April 20, 1999 in Littleton, Colorado, a suburb of Denver. The shooting is also commonly referred to as the Columbine High School Massacre, with a total of 15 dead. The shooters, seniors Dylan Klebold and Eric Harris, murdered 12 students and 1 teacher and injured over 21 others. The murders came to an end with Klebold and Harris turning the guns on themselves, both committing suicide. The shooting marked the deadliest school shooting in American history at the time. The events of the shooting unfolded within under 30 minutes, with Klebold and Harris arriving at the school around 11:20 a.m. With duffel bags in hand, they first entered the cafeteria with no intention of beginning to start shooting yet. Each bag contained a propane bomb set to detonate during the cafeteria's busiest lunch period. Before they arrived at school, Klebold and Harris had each placed a backpack containing small propane bombs, a pipe bomb and aerosol canisters at a meadow located 3 miles away from the school. These bombs partially detonated, alerting the police of Klebold and Harris's earlier activities. Following placing the bombs in the cafeteria, Harris and Klebold went back out into the parking lot to wait for the bombs to detonate. However, once they realized the bombs failed to detonate, they began to make their way back to enter the school. Initial events. The beginning of the shooting was marked by Klebold tossing a pipe bomb into the parking lot, which partially detonated, catching the attention of surrounding students who were on their lunch break. Many students were confused, thinking it was part of some sort of senior prank, while others took note of the trench coats and concealed weapons beginning to run from the parking lot. The first victim claimed by the shooting was 17-year-old Rachel Scott, who was shot while eating lunch with a friend in front of the entrance to the school. Klebold and Harris proceeded to enter the school, making their way to the cafeteria. Upon entering, they were shooting at students in the hallway who were under the impression that their guns were paintball guns, thus continuing to walk toward them. One of the students was sophomore Lance Kirkland, who was shot 4 times lying on the floor, calling out for help when Klebold stood above him and said, "Sure man, I'll help you," to which he shot him in the face. Kirkland survived, and as Klebold walked away, he apologized, saying, "Sorry man," according to Kirkland. Klebold and Harris passed through the cafeteria, not shooting anyone. As they made their way to the staircase leading up to the library, according to ABC News, witnesses say they were laughing and shouting positive things such as, "This is what we always wanted to do, this is awesome." At this point in the shooting, the police were made aware that there were shooters in the school through a custodian staff member calling the head deputy. 2 of the deputies who had arrived were in the process of rescuing 2 injured students on a hilltop adjacent to the school when Harris noticed the police officers and went back over to the entrance and began shooting at the deputies. They began shooting back, and after one of the deputies had fired 3 rounds of his ammo, Harris retreated inside, with no one hit. The library. The next area of the school Klebold and Harris approached was the library, where 52 students, 2 teachers and 2 librarians were hiding. In the library, they had an agenda in which they were targeting students of color and anyone who played a sport at the school. According to witnesses, Harris stated that anybody with a white hat or sports emblem is dead, as wearing a white hat at Columbine High School was an athlete tradition. Many students attempted to remove and hide their white hats. Klebold approached a white table with 3 students hiding, sophomores Craig Scott and Matthew Kechter and senior Isaiah Scholes. Upon discovering them and noticing Isaiah, who was black, Klebold exclaimed, "I found a N-word," according to Scott. Klebold then proceeded to taunt Isaiah with more derogatory slurs and then shot him, killing him. In the library, Klebold and Harris killed 12 and injured 10. They left at around 11:36 a.m., proceeding to toss pipe bombs in the hallways as they were heading back down to the cafeteria. They made rounds around the school, storming down hallways and looking in classrooms before re-entering the library, which was mostly empty of students except for those who could not move due to their injuries. According to police reports, by 12:08 p.m., Klebold and Harris had committed suicide. Aftermath. In the aftermath of the shootings, many schools across America enacted zero-tolerance rules regarding disruptive behavior and threats of violence from students. Columbine High School reopened in the fall of 1999, but the massacre left a scar on the Littleton community. Mark Maines, the man who sold the gun to Harris and bought him 100 rounds of ammunition the day before the murders, was sentenced to 6 years in prison. Another man, Philip Duran, who introduced Harris and Klebold to Maines, was also sentenced to prison time. Some victims and families of killed people or injured filed suit against the school and the police. Most of these suits were later dismissed in court. The list of school shootings in the United States grows longer every year and includes the Virginia Tech shooting in 2007, the Sandy Hook Elementary School shooting in 2012, the Robb Elementary shooting in 2022, the Santa Fe High School shooting in 2018, and the Umpqua Community College shooting in 2015, among others. In conclusion, more than 2 decades later, the Columbine High School shooting remains one of the deadliest school shootings in US history. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel for more content like this.